Good, I can't even see where I am. Where am I? Good morning, you absolute lovelies. Welcome to another exciting vlog at ye old Carson Performance. We have a C63 AMG, absolutely nom nom. Monky likes a bit of C63. This morning, I'm going to be cracking on with the S14. I've actually got Kieran from Visara Sim coming over this afternoon to give me a little hand, just finalising the bits on my racing sim. So I've got about 3 or 4 hours to do a few bits on the S14. Very quickly, Scott Hind and Anthony Scott, they are the latest patrons from yesterday. So yeah, massive thanks to you two for signing up. Good morning to you, you sexy EBISU spec Mr. Nom Nom. Just going to see if the car actually starts. I think the battery has kind of charged itself up a little bit. Sparko! Yeah! Woo! Right, open the bonnet up. I'm going to remove the coil packs once again and just change all these spark plugs over. I haven't actually tried a new coil pack loom, that's just reminded me, so I will at some point today swap the coil pack loom over as well, because that might be causing a few issues, but we'll do the plugs first. Always a good idea just to put your bolts on the scuttle panel or somewhere where you're not going to lose them. Wizzo is giving me this cheeky little magnet, in which case I'll chuck it in there and hopefully with a bit of fishing we should come out with a spark plug. Woo! Wee! Hey. Right, number 4. Like we said before, they didn't seem to be in particularly bad condition, but for the sake of 30 odd quid, definitely worth changing the plugs. So now I've just got to literally reinstall the new ones. That's pretty much hand tight, that's one. Trying to get you on the ball. Not unless I have a or a massive. Number 4 is now in place. Just a little bit of hand tight, then we should be good to just tighten them up a little bit. God, that is noisy. I take it that's just downpipe and you haven't just fitted a gnarly exhaust system?
Yes, caps off.
Oh, that sounds lovely. Now that is a BGW. Oh, he's got Power FC, give me that. I need a Power FC, man. Coil pack loom is now back in place, so yeah, we're just gonna start her up and see if it makes any difference. It's going to be on a cold start at the moment, so it might run all right for a little bit. We'll give it a bit of time and see what she does.
Definitely sounds better,
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It's still a little bit cold, so
it loves a cold start.
it really does, yeah. If we could just keep it cold while we drift, it would be perfect.
Bollocks.
As you guys can see, it's still playing silly buggers.
Boo.
So Mr. Mitter's going to go and grab me a genuine
Z32 fuel filter, because it's the bigger one and it's a metal case.
and a used but good, we think good working condition coil pack loom.
I mean, we did a successful burnout with that coil pack loom, so yeah, it should work.
Should work.
Yeah.
First thing we've done is change the plugs. I probably should have done a compression test first. That would have made a lot more sense, but I am pretty thick, so we'll do that a bit later. And then yeah, I'm just going to go through some of your comments now on YouTube and write some of them down. So yeah, the Luke Drift, he made quite a good suggestion about the CAS failing and suggests trying a new or a different CAS. Misso actually has 2 spare CASs, so we will do that. We're going to swap the CAS over and see if that makes any difference. We're also going to check the timing I'm not sure if it's maybe skipping a belt or if the timing isn't quite right, but it's definitely worth checking the timing with a timing gun just to see what's going on. Thank you, Mr. Luke. So we got Kaz, and I'll also put timing. Question mark. Levi Sugu, he made a suggestion about the IAC or the idle air control valve. We've actually already cleaned that out and we've replaced it as well, so we've already checked that one, but thanks very much for commenting. Rory made a suggestion, maybe it's a bad map. I think it might actually be ECU related personally, but we're going to try these little bits first just to kind of pinpoint what the hell's going on. He also said about the lambda sensor, so the O2 sensor. We do have a spare O2 sensor here, so we might just swap that over and give that a little try. So thanks for that, Rory. The Truth 90 made a suggestion about the fuel filter possibly being clogged, so we're going to try a new fuel filter. The Marshall 85 has just suggested about the timing again and about the coolant temp sensor. I have checked the wiring on the coolant temp sensor and there's no breaks from what I can see, but it doesn't mean that the sensor itself isn't working properly. So yeah, we'll check the coolant temp sensor as well. Coolant temp sensor. I think that's a pretty good list for now. That will certainly give us a lot to do today. We've got a timing gun to check the timing. A used igniter very kindly supplied by Mr. Mitto. That is the old fuel filter. That is the new one. Well, that's the box, but the new one is inside there.
That's an old and new looking fuel filter, that's what that is. Yeah. It does look relatively new, but we're going to do it anyway. Yes. Because why not? There you go.
There we go. So that's the top fuel pipe removed. Now Mr. Mizzo's just going to try and get access to the bottom pipe, which is easier said than done. Cressida has a pretty large Garrett turbo on it.
Oh, this thing's proper, man.
I'm digging this car, man. It's like
I love it.
Ghetto but powerful.
Absolutely love it.
In the meantime, Mr. J-Dubs, a very reputable and famous VW builder, has got this lovely little Carman gear, which we're going to give him a little hand just to push onto a trailer. That's Jay's details right there.
Just push.
If you've got a mad VW, give him a shout. What's the score of that, Jay?
52, oh wrong, 51 clutch cooler. Only made for a year. If you want a VW, that's the one to have.
And what sort of money would that be worth in sort of working condition?
As it sits, about 10 grand, rusty shell, anywhere up to 60k built and running.
Crazy, man. Mad, isn't it? Mad what these old beasts now go for. This one's a little bit different though. Lovely little Carman gear. Yeah. Very nice. Right, I'll stop gassing, we'll push it.
Oh, cool.
I mean, realistically. What? Two of you could have done this.
It's got no engine in it, so
I was going to say, it's proper light this, isn't it? What engine's going in it, Lee?
Just a normal 1500.
1500, okay.
Trying to keep it stock, this one.
Yeah.
Put an SR in it.
Shut up, you doesn't want to miss one. We have a John. John has arrived.
Wait, which John?
This isn't the other John. We have a John. How you doing, John?
How's it going?
Are you the real John?
I am, yeah.
Good old Mr. Sato Works has brought his beautiful S15 down here. Very nom nom. BGW. Go on. Certainly a little bit cleaner than my S15.
Okay, that is now up and squirting fuel everywhere.
Woo! Save that V-Power, man.
Grab that one out. This is a 32 one.
Okay, so
see, it's considerably larger. Yeah. So, in every direction. This is you, this is me.
What are you trying to say, man?
This is Scouse, and
this
better. Is still me,
That's me, that's Scouse.
Alright, either or.
Have you got a smaller one for Scouse?
Gonna go find one on the Peugeot or something, but...
There goes the top hose. She's a bit tight. Are you bleeding?
Yeah.
Shit, you're right.
How do you know you're doing it right?
If it gets bad, I'll go to the hospital. The new fuel filter is now in place.
So let's start it again.
Let's start it up and listen to it misfire again.
It's got no fuel, it'll take a minute.
This is where it always tricks us. I think we've learned now to give it more time.
Do you know, every time we do this, mustn't have been looked after, because every time we do something,
it works.
It sounds a little bit better.
Yeah. Mitto's going to go and get a plaster because he's wounded himself.
Got a boo-boo.
Yeah, I'm going to make a tea and then we're going to come back, and if it's still idling like this, we might be onto a winner.
Huzzah!
Right, cancel that. It's still doing the same thing. Boo! Very boo. Right, that's the fuel filter replaced, so I'll tick that off. Next up, we're going to do the igniter. Yep. Yeah. That could potentially be the issue because that was pretty. And then you got to earth that out as well. Yes. Yeah. So I'm going to have to bolt it to a metal object on the chassis. Yes. We've earthed it out on the body. It's a bit ghetto, but it is raining. So
yeah, it's a bit rainy.
Yeah, let's try it out. Is that it? Sounds different, doesn't it? Is that it? Rev it. Sounds like it's worse. So we've just done a little clean on the connectors. Yep. So take 2. It was strange because the new igniter did idle a bit better, but it was also misfiring, so. This car's playing games with us. It makes you think it's fixed for about 5 minutes and then it dies. I think probably next we're just going to check the timing just to make sure it's all doing what it should be doing.
Make sure that's on 0 because that dial moves very easily.
That's got to be on 0 on the timing gun, yeah?
Yeah.
Right.
And then the engine runs and you literally point it down here and it should be at, unless it's been tuned otherwise, 15 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now that's back to like 15, 16. I mean, it'll jump around a little bit. Yeah, so there you go, it's back on 15 again.
We've tested the timing. It is at 15 degrees. It does jump a little bit when it starts misfiring and idling. Funny. But yeah, that's kind of expected really. So from what we can see, the timing is okay. So where are we at, Mr. Mitto? We've done the igniter, yeah, tick that off, and we've done the timing. Next up, we're going to change the coil pack loom, just to try and get that off the list. And I think after that, we'll probably do a little compression test, because it would be quite nice just to see how healthy this engine is. Yeah, carry on. New coil pack loom is now going on.
Bodged into place.
It is a little bit, but it's going to do the job, so fine nonetheless. That's brother. Chuck that in there. Okay. Ready when you are, bro. Yeah, that's the first number, 145 psi, which isn't actually bad. It's not. It's about where it should be, really, shouldn't it? Between sort of 140, 160.
Yeah, that's okay. Like 130 is super bad. 150 is pretty much
Bang on.
factory, I believe, is 148.
Far away. Okay, yeah. So about 138 psi on that one. Yeah. So that is 120, 130, 140 on that one, 141. Far away. Yeah. all good, man. She's 140 psi, yeah, so the engine is healthy, which is good. I like a healthy engine. It means we can do more erratic clutch kicks and John Duckets. So we're now going to do 3 squirts down the wells. Yeah. 150, bang on. Oh, cool. That's 150 on that one.
150.
So that is 160. Number 4, last but not least. About 155 again. That is all our compression test results. So yeah, we are pretty consistent across the boards. Roughly about an average of about 140 dry, and roughly about an average of about 152, 153 on wet. So from what we can tell, engine is pretty healthy. That's the compression test ticked off the list. Still not a happy bunny. You can kind of hear it on the overrun. It does misfire a little bit still. Yeah.
I mean, it's a bit better again. Generally, it's improved, but it's not.
Yeah, it's like every time we do a little thing, it gets a bit better, but it's not quite right, is it?
I think that jank-ass ECU wiring is like.
I mean, me and Mr. Mizzo do believe it is the ECU. Like I said before, we've got a little deal pending with ECU Master, so we'll try and get a new standalone for it. I think that's probably the next port of call.
I think the only way to confirm it is possibly it may have a compatible ECU, but because the wiring's so crazy, like,
Yeah.
who knows?
Yeah.
That's that.
That pretty much concludes today's episode. Like before, if you guys have got any other suggestions, feel free to put them down in the comment section. We'll always try and read your comments out and heed your advice. Sick name. I'm going to be back doing another episode on the Calibre very shortly. As always, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you soon.